Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's video. Going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days. For today's video, day 10 will take us to the 5th of August. And we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the extended GFS and ECM ensembles. It's around a couple of weeks. So I'll have a look at the CFS feature at the end of the video next 4 weeks, and that will get us well into the second half of August now. I'll get on that for you in a moment. Just that first video today was our 6 AM upload, and we've also released the EC 30 days / 6 weeks again as well, so check out that one if you'd like to see that. Please like, share, subscribe on the video. Thank you so much everybody for doing that. Hope you're having a lovely Tuesday as well. Right, so we're going to begin with the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. We're at Nottingham today, so the red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for Nottingham. We're starting off below average with the upper air temperatures at the moment. That sounds a little bit cooler. We're going to find that the upper air temperatures will begin to lift up again as we go towards the end of the week and weekend. So it can get quite warm over the weekend. Nothing excessively hot. Remember, this time last week we was up here somewhere, virtually off the scale. Really. So certainly no sign of anything like that, but it could be quite warm at the weekend, probably seeing temperatures into the maybe just about upper 20s Celsius. Generally saying quite warm into the beginning of next week, but as we go through the first week of August, we might see a little bit of a cooler interlude appear. There are one or two hot outliers appearing right at the very end. Again, going into the second week of August, there's a few quite hot runs appearing there. However, overall, there's no sign of anything excessively hot. And although we are starting off quite cool at the moment, we will find the upper air temperatures becoming warmer, but nothing excessive. Precipitation-wise, quite a dry weather over the next few days. Few showers around, but many places will be dry. Perhaps a wetter spell, though, setting up sometime early in the first week of August, so around like the 1st to the 3rd of the 4th. Quite significantly above average precipitation then. And then we're going somewhat drier again as we're heading towards the second week of August. Maybe that second week of August could give something warmer and dry, but of course that is extended range. It does also there might be some wet weather through early August, opening days a month before we get to that. Temperature anomalies on the 26th of July to 3rd of August are above average. It'll be a warm and average week to come. Precipitation anomalies from 26th of July to 3rd of August going to be drier than normal, especially so for more southern and eastern areas. Latest info map from earthnullschool.net shows that high pressure is sitting just out to our west, just out to west of Ireland. That's where the ridge is, and around that we're bringing the wind from like a northwesterly type direction. So a lot of dry weather, but it has turned cooler. The air's coming in from the northwest, from the North Atlantic, so it has turned cooler. And that's bringing in quite a bit of cloud as well, that northwesterly. Right, so this is how the UK Met Euro run. It's looking for midnight on Friday. High pressure is dominating over to east country. It's a flabby ridge, so it could allow some showers to break out. It won't be completely dry, but will be quite a bit of dry and warm weather at the end of the week and into the weekend. A bit of a trough pushing through into the northern half of the country on Sunday. That could bring some showery conditions with it. And then we're into like more slack gradients really for the early part of next week. Again, that could allow some showers to break out, most likely in more northern regions. Icon looks like that again. High pressure sort of sitting over and to the east of the country on Friday into Saturday. Nice ridge in the south. That goes on and sunny as well. So a lot of dry and warm weather. The southern areas over the weekend. So probably mid, maybe upper 20 Celsius. A little bit more showery up in the north. Moving through to the beginning of next week, again, rather slack with the gradients on this area of low pressure, just trying to meander its way in off the Atlantic, possibly threatening some rain into the west by the middle of next week. GFS midnight run, again, looking like this. High pressure is over to the east of the country on Friday. Then into the weekend, probably push your trough through to the north. Back means some showery weather there. A lot of dry and quite warm weather down south, though. Only next week, again, got a bit of a ridge down in the south, so that should keep things mainly dry, quite warm there. Looks more unsettled in the north with this low pressure begin to push in from off the Atlantic. And the trend as we move up towards day 10 with GFS midnight run is to turn things more unsettled as low pressure pushes through. Might influence some wet weather into the south, showery up in the north, quite wet up in the north, and quite cool. Then the more extreme range, the GFS midnight run then builds up this area of high pressure, this ridge builds up from the southwest, and so that turns us drier and warmer as we go towards the end of the first week of August. We go back into drier and warmer conditions. That's how look at the end of the GFS midnight run. Again, the Azores high is building up from the southwest, probably bringing lots of dry and warm weather to the southwest. So there is a more unsettled interruption there through the first sort of 5 days or so of August. But after that, we go back quite quickly into higher pressure. This is how the GFS 6Z looks in comparison. Once more, high pressure is sitting over to the east of the country. On Friday, maintain quite a lot of dry weather, but there will be some showers around. Into the weekend, showery for the north with Bischoff. Meanwhile, further south, I think we get quite a lot of dry and warm weather over the weekend. Early next week, we start to find this area of low pressure coming in off the Atlantic. This looks like a bit of a rainmaker. Even down in the south, that will bring some wet weather by the middle of next week. That's Wednesday, 3rd of August. Even for more southern areas, that will bring some very, very useful and very welcome rain for those, not well holiday makers, but welcome for gardeners and whatnot. For me, with that area of low pressure coming in off the Atlantic Ocean. So a nice dose of rain early next week with a GFS 6Z. Then high pressure begins to ridge back in from the Atlantic by around day 10. In the more external range with GFS 6, again, high pressure is in control of weather much of the time. We are on the cool side of the ridge, bringing in the wind from like a northeasterly direction, so it won't be a heat wave. But a lot of pleasant weather there through into the second week of August, mainly dry, and especially from the north and west, actually getting the warmest weather with that, probably bringing quite a bit of cloud to more southern and eastern parts of the country. 5-day cumulative precipitation based on that GFS 6 run looks like this, very dry for the next 5 days, but for many central southern, it says hardly any measurable rain at all. For more northwestern areas, it is a little bit more unsettled, like 5, 10, 15 millimetres, means more northern and western areas, not much. To be honest, even there it's pretty dry, but many southern and eastern parts are having no measurable rain. However, 5 to 10 day accumulated precipitation looks like that, much better, with many areas like seeing at least 10 to 20 millimetres of rain. Even down in the south there's a little bit of useful rain coming through, and some central parts of the country like northern England, Northern Ireland, getting over 50 millimetres, over 2 inches of rain, and that's all falling in a 5-day period between day 10 to 5. So that would be very useful, very welcome rain if the GFS 6Z is right, bringing an end to the prolonged dry spell. However, it is only one run of the GFS, so you've got to wait and see about that. Let's have a GM. So if you enjoyed the video, then please you like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. We're grinding to 15,000 subscribers. We're currently at around 14,130, I think. So the next sort of mini target is 14.2k. Please give us a sub. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. GM again has high pressure dominating weather on Friday, although it's a bit slack, so there could be some showers breaking out with that. Into weekend, a trough pushes through into the north, that means some showery weather there. Meanwhile, in the south, looks mainly dry. And then into the open of next week, high pressure ridging in from the southwest, being quite a bit of dry weather through there. Meanwhile, further north and northwest, there's going to be some wet weather courtesy of that area of low pressure. By the middle of next week, it looks like all areas turn rather more unsettled. We've got a deep area of low pressure north of Scotland, and some wet weather to the northern half of the country in particular. Heading up toward day 10, to the 5th of August, we're back under the ridge. The ridge builds back in off the Atlantic. And then finally for these charts, the ECM looks like this. Once more, high pressure is ridging to our east and bringing a lot of dry weather with it on Friday, but there will be some showers around into the weekend. Southern areas with this ridge of high pressure to driest warmest weather. Meanwhile, further north and west there will be some showery outbreaks of rain. Early next week we start to see this area of low pressure coming in off the Atlantic. That brings some wet weather, especially so to the north. Again, not sure getting all that much down into the south though. And then by day 10 we're actually back under the ridge once again. This ridge is being weakened, but it's not an immediate process. So, you know, taking some breaking down, this ridge. It may eventually break, and we all go to, like, a proper wet spell. For the time being, the ridge keeps coming back, albeit in a weakened fashion. Precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from twitch.com. A few showers around today, but generally quite a lot of dry weather. Tomorrow, get a few more showers, maybe through the central areas. It could be quite heavy, possibly even a little bit thundery. Then into weekend, wet weather, end week and weekend, wet weather in the north, mostly dry though. Down in the south, more wet weather again through central northern areas over the weekend. Southern counties get the best of the dry weather. Early next week, further showery bursts coming and going, especially more northern and western areas. But you notice all the time the rain is struggling to get into the south and into southeast too. And then move on up towards daytime, we're actually back to dry weather under that ridge of high pressure. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10, getting us to the 5th of August. 21 members of the ECM ensembles with low pressure heading towards Norway. High pressure is to our west and south. We're in a rather showery and somewhat cool northwesterly flow there. 16 with high pressure again away to the northwest. Around that, probably bringing wind from like an easterly direction, probably going to be some sort of showery trough through there. And then 14, actually not quite settled with low pressure over top of the country, combined with a mid-Atlantic ridge going towards Greenland. That would be like the coolest and most unsettled option. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. Gets us to the 10th of August. 26 members of the ECM ensembles have high pressure to the south and some low pressure to the north. Just rather showery with that, especially over all northern areas. And then 25, so it's virtually a 50-50 spread. 25 back under high pressure reaching in from Scandinavia. Winds in from the east will be lots of dry and warm or very warm weather with that. CFS reaches finally reached a 500 millibar high storage breakdown into week periods. The first week period takes from 26th of July to 1st of August. The coming week has high pressure pulled out just to our west with low pressure to the north. So bringing in a little bit of a northwesterly flow, a little bit on the showery side and quite cool with that. Week 2 is going to be the 2nd to the 8th of August with high pressure just to our west. Again, lots of dry weather with that. Winds rather cool from northwesterly direction. Week 3 takes us back to summer. This is the 9th to the 15th of August. High pressure then centred over and to the east of the country. That will pull wind back into a very warm or even hot easterly or southeasterly as summer returns. And then we go through to week 4, which is the 16th to the 22nd of August. And we have high pressure then just to our north and northwest. Around that, winds again coming in from the easterly direction, so very warm. Probably still with that and lots of dry and settled weather. Summer is not done yet. If the CFS is correct, it will come back in August. We'll see. If you enjoyed the video, then please can you like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for doing that. Don't forget to tell your friends and family to subscribe as well. Thank you so much. So drop a comment. Let us know what you think of all of our videos. Right, that's it then for today's vids. Tomorrow we'll have a 6 AM upload. And we'll have a 10-14 day. And also tomorrow we're going to have our first preamble for winter 2022-2023. That's probably going to be released around 7 PM tomorrow evening, so it's going to be an interesting watch if you're interested in the long range. I haven't done any long range for a very, very long time, actually, so if you're interested in the long range, first winter 2022-2023 preamble will be coming up tomorrow. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and for this video, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.